All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another live stream. I want to talk to those of you watching this in the future first, and then I'm going to go live on TikTok. Man, things looked really scary on Friday. All right, so just to recap, we had unemployment at 4.3%. That was surprise to the upside. That started a lot of the sell-off. But then we started seeing some things with Japan, and I'm just going to emphasize right now, I was a little bit behind the curve. I've caught up a little bit. I still want to do more research onto the significance of this, but Japan raised interest rates from 0 to 0.25%, and that set something off like crazy because of the fact that people were able to borrow significant amounts of money for zero in Japan and then turn around and use that money in other countries for their investments. It's like Japan was this one place where they were getting free money, while in the United States, it was 5.5% interest rates. And so that was huge because then all of a sudden people were underwater on their loans and they had to pay that back. And how do they pay that back? They sold stocks, they sold crypto, and then they were able to pay their loans back. So that was huge. Unemployment was huge. It seems like we have this perfect storm of insanity happening right now. We have Iran. Who knows what's going to happen with Iran and Israel? This could be, I just made a video. I posted on my X account and on TikTok. This could be, best case scenario is that this is COVID crash 2.0, and it causes enough panic in the markets to the point where central banks around the world will lower interest rates to zero and turn on the money printers again. And if that's the case, then all these people saying Bitcoin to $200,000 in 2025, all these people saying, the biggest bull run, the bull run to end all bull runs, I'll actually be on the same page with them. But they have been saying this stuff without factoring any of this in mind, all right, without keeping any of this in mind. And so if that's what ends up happening, they will have been the luckiest idiots in the world. And so one other thing I want to show you, and then I'm going to turn on the live stream. I'm going to say good morning to everybody, but the CME FedWatch tool, I saw this right before going live. Who knows? Maybe this is, and we are 4 minutes away from the stock market opening. This is amazing to me. So CME FedWatch tool, 87.5% chance now that they're going to lower rates by 50 basis points. This entire time I was thinking they were just going to lower rates by 25 basis points. But no, right now it's an 87.5% chance that they're going to lower by 50 basis points, and then a 12.5% chance that they're going to lower by 75 basis points. And let me tell you something. They're going to lower, they're most likely going to call an emergency Fed meeting. All right, Johnny Woods, I'll get to you. An emergency Fed meeting, and they're probably going to lower rates before then. All right, Johnny Woods, I knew this was going to happen. Okay. I can predict some, like some of you, I can read your mind. Let me read Johnny Woods' comment. With respect, Alex, your target was 155K. So whilst you're different to them in that you've pivoted, you were also once calling for six figures. I am still calling for six-figure Bitcoin. I am calling for six-figure Bitcoin before the next halving. The thing that I pivoted on was I changed my opinion as to how this was going to play itself out. All right, I am still calling for six-figure Bitcoin, and that is after a lot of pain. All right, if you remember earlier this year, my price target spreadsheet, I'm sorry, Johnny, I know you can't watch all of my crypto. You see this column here that I label as invalidated. You see that $53,000 price target, invalidated. I gave two scenarios at the beginning of this year, and this is how it's played itself out, except the spot Bitcoin ETFs propped it up to $74,000 instead of $53,000. But this is how, this was very much on my mind the entire time. The spot Bitcoin ETFs was a wrench that was thrown into everything. Okay, I know there's going to be a lot of people saying the same thing, saying, you know, you're just like everyone else. No, I've been balancing lots of things, and yeah, no problem, Johnny. All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Slice of Butter. Good morning, Mark GM. What's up, Chip? Morning, Ollie. This is insane. I sold a bunch of crypto, kept my strong conviction ones, hoping to buy more. Strong conviction ones at the bottom. What's the bottom? 49,000 could be the bottom. That's a dangerous game to play. I sold my Land Wolf yesterday. Okay, I'm just like, all right, what is the asset that's most in danger that I have a lot of? Land Wolf. Maybe I should have sold my Brett. But hello, Matthew, Japan. Yes. Good morning, JN. Does HEEHEE survive if it goes below 500K? I am. All right, I'm going to go live on TikTok here. I am buying. You know what? I mean, whatever happens, I will continue to buy HEEHEE for the next 10 years, the next 20 years. It would be great, in my opinion, if I could like scoop up as much of the supply. Like, let me get 90% of the supply. You all sell, everyone sell, I'll buy. Okay? So I am never giving up on HEEHEE. I don't care if Solana goes to $1. I will never stop buying HEEHEE. And if it ends up being that I own 90% of the supply, fantastic, because the next time things go parabolic, he's going to do very well. So anyway, all right. Good morning, George. Emergency Fed meeting seems more likely. Yeah, I was getting there. Yep. Hello, everyone on TikTok. I've been live on YouTube for like the last 5 minutes or so. So I'm loving this backing up the truck. Okay. Here's what I'm loving, okay? Thank you, MB. Here's what I'm loving. I'm loving that it's not boring anymore. Because this, oh my goodness, all right, extremely volatile right now. Stock market just opened. This is just a confirmation of a lot of things that like, all right, 4-year halving cycle, people, stop it. You've got to break free from that. All right? You've got to break free. So we are all going down. Listen, I am perfectly fine holding my utility. I'm perfectly fine holding on to a decent amount of crypto. Watch my videos. I made 2 videos on TikTok and X this morning. Just watch the videos. Don't. All right, below 48.3K, it's over. All right, let me entertain that. Below 48.3K, it's over. That's what Nat says. You know what? I just laid out a scenario where we could see another 2020. How about this is 2020? Let's just go through 2020 again. What happened in 2020? The COVID crash. Okay? It's over. Yeah, it's exciting. It's over. Well, all right. If it's over, central banks around the world are going to step in and do everything they can to prevent Great Depression 2.0. And so after it's over, it's game on. But, you know, so what do you want? Do you want a little bit of a pump? 2007, Fed cuts rates. Emergency Fed meeting, they cut rates. Do you want a little bit of a pump, new all-time highs, and then it's over? Or do you want to just rip everything off right now? Just rip it off quickly, rip the Band-Aid off quickly, and have something similar to a COVID crash to where everyone around the world panics, and then rates dropped insanely low, the Great Debasement. All right, do you want the Great Debasement? They're both terrible options. But with the Great Debasement, a large majority of people who are holding stocks and cryptos are going to be absolutely terrified. And then I'm going to be insanely, insanely bullish. But under that scenario, it's over. Yeah, either way, we're waxed. On a long enough timeline, we're waxed. It's over. Okay, if it's over, then what comes after that is the bull run to end all bull runs, quite possibly literally, because I don't know what comes after that next Great Debasement. It's going to be a nightmare. So, but you know, you'll have a year and a half to make insane amounts of money, and then it'll be over. So, Bitcoin 51,000. 51,200. So the stock market just opened a few minutes ago, and Bitcoin's at 51,296. I am wondering, is BlackRock buying the dip? What a dip for BlackRock to buy. We'll see. We'll see. Wondering if I should sell my positions in the stock market. I don't have many answers for you right now. All right, stock market's been open for 4 minutes. Let's watch my WTF is going on, man. Watch the 2 videos that I posted on X and on TikTok today to see what my thought process is. But, I made my video on Friday, and some of you guys, man, my exit plan is still on. Watch my most recent video, bull. Some of you were like, why are you turning so bearish? Oh man, what in the world? We're just back down to the bottom of the range. No, there were some extraordinary things that happened on Friday. All right, that made it that this time going to the bottom of the range, it's different. But there will be opportunity. Are we in serious bother here, man? All right, I'm gonna have to. This guy is flapping, MCon. All right, MCon. I don't even know where to go. What do we do here? Some of you are really excited, and some of you are absolutely terrified. And I don't blame any of you for being really excited, for being absolutely terrified right now. So Black Swan, maybe. There's a question. Black Swan, maybe. That's short term, the best case scenario. I mean, if you want to talk about, let's just get the pain over with and then watch all these central banks around the world panic. Yeah, sign me up for a Black Swan. But I talked about 2007 or 2020. Those are my thoughts. So watch that video. Watch that video. Matthew Higgins says buy, buy, buy. Other people are saying sell, sell, sell. Silver and gold in the last few hours took a serious beating. So did dollar. I already saw that comment. Lots of things are talking about beatings. The Fed has to cut. This will bounce like COVID. Sure. How did stocks move at the open? Let me look at the Dow Jones. DXY is dumping. I mean, the DXY is dumping because JPY. Yeah, Nasdaq's down 1,000. Dow Jones is just down because the JPY is rallying now because all those people taking out those cheap loans in the yen. The Japanese central bank raised rates by 25 basis points, and now they have to repay at a higher price. So, what coins do I have my eyes on? Not today, slice of butter. Not today. I want to see how this plays itself out. Sometimes it's okay to just sit back and let things happen. So, Fed needs to cut rates. They will. What are you doing, Alex? Would you sell if the market crashed really hard? Bitcoin going to 20 million? You mean 20,000? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to keep bringing this up. Do you remember what my biggest holdings were over the last 3 or 4 months? Let me rename this, okay? Bitcoin, which I have zero interest in selling my Bitcoin at all. All right? Bitcoin, gold. I have $20,000 worth of gold ETF. Bitcoin and gold. Why? Because of what's happening right now. I did not predict that what's happening right now would be happening, but here we are. And so I had a lot of Bitcoin and gold. Yeah, if I have 1,000 people in this live stream, I'm not selling. So Bitcoin and gold. What else was I buying a lot of? All right. I was DCAing into Walmart, not Walmart crypto, Walmart the stock. I was buying Verizon because you're still going to use your phones no matter what. You will pay your phone bill. And then and Kraft Foods because people are going to need food. And then I was messing around with meme coins. That's what I was doing. All right, so I wasn't DCAing this entire time. Now, last week, the last 2 weeks, I bought some alts because I saw some signs of strength in those charts. I got wrecked on those positions. I'm still holding those alts. I'm comfortable with the alts that I've been holding. So anyway, man, break yourself free. Break yourself free from 4-year halving cycle theory. It is a myth. Now, does the halving have an effect? Yes. Yes, it does. But it's not to the extent that 95% of people on here and on crypto Twitter are telling you. So Bitcoin's up $51,700. Cool, you know? It takes a little bit more than 10 minutes for us to see this shake itself out. Guys, I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I would love to be able to respond to all these comments. I presume your exit strategy is not in play anymore. No, it is. There may be a point when it's not, but right now it still is. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think the Fed's going to call an emergency meeting, lower rates by more than 25 basis points, maybe like 75 basis points. And then we'll see, in the stock market at least, a new rally to all-time highs and Bitcoin rally. Will Bitcoin get to $80,000? That's what I've been saying for 2024. We'll see. I think that's still in play if the Fed does that emergency meeting and lowers rates. And then I'm out. I am 90% out of my crypto holdings. I mean, at this point, I might as well just say 100%. So, not just you. We're never going to stop buying HEEHEE. This blood only gives us better entries. Yeah. Did you see that BitBoy was subpoenaed? I did not. I don't care about BitBoy crypto. I don't. Should I still buy the dip? Listen, I'm not somebody who's been preaching to buy the dip. And today, you want to play with fire, go ahead and buy. I can't blame you for whatever you do. Today is the day that you have immunity from my criticism. All right? Whatever you want to do today, whatever you want to do. You want to sell everything? I'm like, I see things, I don't blame you. You want to buy the dip? I see other things, the other reasons why, sure, buy the dip, I don't blame you. You want to hold? That's what I'm doing. I'm not buying, I'm not selling. I sold my land wolf. That's it. I had a fairly big position. I mean, a few $1,000s in land wolf. That's all I did. And now I'm just sitting. I'm holding. Whatever you want to do, today is the day. Today is a non-desk smashing day, okay? I will not be smashing my desk today. We're all in this together, you know? I'm a little, that's even, oh my goodness. I was a boomer when that movie was made. It was a movie, right? Not a TV show. It doesn't matter. I love the panic when people crying I'm buying, so help me God. Good luck to you, Matthew. Should we be buying this crash? Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah, I just answered that question. How did stocks move at the open? They're down. All right. Stop yapping and tell us the plan. Shut up, MCon. Shut your mouth. The Fed has to cut. This will bounce like COVID. Well, COVID, when COVID came, they cut to zero. So if they cut to zero, I'm insanely bullish. If they cut 75 basis points, and if they stop quantitative tightening, they're tightening to the tune of $25 billion a month, I'm bullish for like a few weeks, and then I'm out. So I'm buying everything I can, no fear. Sometimes you need some fear, man. All right, so George on YouTube saying I'm buying everything I can, no fear. There's a fine line between no fear and incredible stupidity. So I'm very comfortable right now just holding. Now, if I was DCAing since March, I have not been preaching DCA. If I was DCAing since March, I'd be panicking right now. But I wasn't DCAing since March. Which crypto would you hold right now through this? I bought AOs. So the NVIDIA play, I bought it. I'm not selling. I'm down. I'm sure. I'm down big. Yes. I bought XRP. XRP looked very bullish, and I bought $4,000 of XRP. That's down to $3,000 right now. Oh well, it happens. It happens. I'm not selling. No way. So this market is testing people's patience. If you got some balls and patience, you will make so much money. Keep selling for a loss. I will buy it up. I appreciate your confidence, Chad. Feed up waiting for devastation to buy extreme fear. I mean, things can go a lot worse, a lot lower than where they are right now. Or this could be the bottom. You could convince me either way. So if it all went to zero financially, nothing would change for me. And that's how I planned it. That's great, man. Most people not like you. How about our Pepe and Render? Shall we keep them? I'm not selling right now. XRP, dead coin, who invests in that? Don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it. I don't care. I don't care about anyone's opinions on XRP. I liked XRP. I thought it was a good value play. All right. Are you waiting to see some strength before you get back in, or still strong on selling your whole portfolio at 52K? What? Whoa, Mohammed. Strong on selling my portfolio at 52K Bitcoin? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Did you sell a bunch yesterday? No, yeah, just my Land Wolf. Just to get, I was up on Land Wolf just to get something out. Plus you were DCing into Shiba Inu. Yes, that's correct, Adnan. And I'm down on that and it's fine. Yeah. I mean, I bought like $500 worth of Shiba Inu over a span of a month. All right, so Angel, what's up, my man? I still have way too many memes from that phase. Oh, man. I'm probably just going to hold all of them at this point. They're down so much. Yeah, still bullish on Pendle and Render. Drop over the market. Thanks. I mean, all right. Am I bullish on Pendle? Yes. All right, right now, what do I think about Pendle over this week? Anything's possible, man. I mean, where's Pendle right now? $2. Man, I mean, everything's just so far down. That I'm not going to say that I'm still bullish on Pendle and Render for this week. I love Pendle and Render fundamentally. I love it. Oh, Total 2. Total 2 just bounced off of a 236 retrace earlier today. I mean, I could see it going below that, but got into crypto in March, down big. Yeah, that's pretty much. Ah, man. As my friend Nicholas Baxter says, don't buy more than you can afford to loose. And he always spells it loose, Loose. Bitcoin. What are we doing, Bitcoin? Bitcoin's at 52. So maybe this is just a shakeout, like Stefano says, but there's a lot of uncertainty right now. So maybe BlackRock's buying the dip like crazy. What do you think is happening with Fetch? It's my biggest investment, and I'm a bit worried. Thank you, Will. All right, Tom, you're gone. Tom, payback with what? I burned my entire bag. I've been buying back in. I will continue to buy back in. I thought you were a decent guy. You're done. All right. Yeah, we'll do a HEEHEE giveaway. You guys want to do that again? Yeah, let's do it. So, but at 10,000 likes. So let's get to 10,000 likes. 1 billion in liquidations. All right. So sorry, Alex. What do you think is happening with Fetch? Listen, Will. Ever since they announced the merge, I just haven't been excited about Fetch or Fetch or Ocean or what's it called? Ajax. I sold all of my Fetch and my Ajax right at that time. I sold all of it. Okay, so I haven't been paying attention. I know like a lot of cryptos are down, so I'm sure Fetch is down. I mean, Fetch has not shown much strength at all since March. So, you know, what do you do now? It's down to 75 cents. I wouldn't sell it. I wouldn't sell it, that's for sure. But I mean, I already sold it. But now that it's down so much, I wouldn't sell it. AOs and render are so low. Has strategy changed for lead up to the NVIDIA earnings report? I'm just going to hold on to it at this point. So, I mean, I did say, you know, I mean, that the gamble with that was like, of course, unless the market tanks. If the market tanks, then AOs and render aren't going to be immune to that. But, you know, I mean, what happens if the Fed calls an emergency meeting between now and the NVIDIA earnings report? I think AOs and render will explode. Now, render, I didn't end up buying render because I was just like, man, this chart looks so ugly. But I bought AOs. I bought a lot of AOs. So, Alex, please turn down your microphone gain. The audio is clipping. This is my microphone here. I don't have gain. It's just a lavalier for TikTok. The Fed did call a meeting for today, according to people on X. I don't know if that's true. Audio's fine. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, guys. Audio's fine. Maybe he's talking about on YouTube. All right, guys, I'm live on YouTube again. If the Fed lower rates by 50, would you buy cryptos right after they announce or wait a while? I don't know. I would hope to be in before they lower rates. Time to go long with 30x leverage. Yeah, that's funny. Audio's fine. Thank you. What do you think of ICP? I love ICP. But, I mean, what are we talking about today? You know, you want to know what my opinion on ICP is right now? Anything's possible, man. Oh, shoot. I did have a buy, a limit order set on ICP. It has not put in a lower low on the daily yet. It still has put in a higher high. ICP might not be that bad, actually. Cardano did put in a lower low. Man, yeah, my altcoin buys, they're all cooked. But, I couldn't have called Japan raising rates by 25 basis points. Will it be possible to see a 5x before 2025? I think it's still possible on some cryptos. Yeah. What do you think about Chainlink for the remainder of the bull run? What bull run? I mean, I'm joking with that, but I've never been a huge fan of Chainlink for price action for buying and selling. So this dip with possible chop might extend the bull run. If you're a 4-year halving cycle guy, yeah, maybe that's your thought. So, hello, Benji. What a day, ooh, that's right. Alex saying to not buy the dip is the most bullish thing I heard for crypto. I hope you're right, Rauf. Got a crypto in 2021, down big, haven't stopped buying. Okay. Is LCX a good buy now? Guys, yeah, the ETFs, it seems like they're buying, yeah. Guys, is LCX a good buy right now? I mean, listen, it's been a good 20 minutes, 22 minutes to open the trade, the stock market day. But 22 minutes does not a recovery make. Sorry. That was really lame of me. Let me look at the VIX. This is going to... All right, listen, guys, man. I'm looking at the VIX right now. This is extraordinary. This is extraordinary. Yeah, probably liquidating the shorts and head back down. I'm looking at the... All right. Let me show you the VIX. Oh, my goodness. The VIX is crap. You're talking about as an indicator or that it's gone to crap because the VIX has gone to crap? Do the opposite of your gut. My gut is like super confused right now. So I don't know. I don't know what my gut is saying. But all I can say is I'm not scared. I'm rather enjoying finally some excitement. I'm brave, whatever. Can I get this? Oh my man. All right, sorry. All right, Rich sold everything. Maybe that's the best decision ever, or maybe it's a terrible decision. Oh, look at this. I mean, the VIX. The VIX, we got up to 66 today, 65. The COVID crash was 85. So, I mean, this is a level of panic that we have not seen since around the time of the COVID crash. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Mr. Cuz, you're still not right. You're still not proven right. I'm telling you. Yeah, I know you feel like you're right. Mr. Cuz is in the house. You feel totally vindicated. I warned your viewers and got ridiculed. This is nothing on what's to come. Yield curve is positive now. Mr. Cuz is in the house. Listen. No, don't come in here. Do you have autism or something, Mr. Cuz? You're such a pain. You came in here. I agreed with you more than a large majority of people. I was more in line with you than anyone else. Anyway, I'm not shouting at anyone today. I was more in line with you than anyone else. You are revising history, saying that you got ridiculed and all that stuff. And we are still in line for a bounce after a rate cut. A bounce after a rate cut. So the only difference between you and me is that I thought we were going to bounce after the rate cut. And I still do. And then it's over. And you've just this whole time been saying it's over, okay? So I'm not, you're bullish, I'll be bullish, but this cycle will be bearish before you get wrecked. And next cycle, I'm bullish. Well, no, next cycle, next time the Fed lowers rates and quantitative easing and money printing is turned on, we've been saying the same thing, except that I believe we have one more bounce after the rate cut. And if you're right about that, cool, but don't come in here being a revisionist, telling about how you got ridiculed and everything. I was your best friend this whole time. It's just that you're so obnoxious, man. You've got to have autism. No offense to people who have autism. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't say that. All right, I'm done responding to you, Mr. Cuz. Alex, do you have any opinion on ton meme coins? I mean, meme coins in general, we need to see Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. Mr. Cuz, last thing Mr. Cuz says, alts are down 90%. The total to crypto market cap is down 50%, not 90%. So what are you talking about? I don't even know if it's down 50%. Stop spamming my prediction for the week. There's too much uncertainty. I just showed you guys the VIX. All right, the VIX. What is the VIX? It's the volatility index. It's basically a better measure of fear than the fear greed index. Okay, and the VIX popped higher than any time since COVID, and it was actually pretty close to COVID. So what's my prediction for this week? We could have something similar to a COVID crash, which would be my most exciting thing. Yeah, bull run over, no mocking, please. I'm not mocking today. Today is a mock-free day. You can ask anything. I am exiting 90% of my crypto within 2 months, 2 to 4 months. After the first rate cuts, I have been consistent in saying that. So after the first rate cuts. Next live stream, please. I'm new, don't want to miss. Oh shoot, I forgot to post on X. People asked me to post on X that I was live. I'm going to do that right now. When giveaway? Okay, yeah, giveaway time. If you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE, 0.2 Solana, you will automatically be entered into a contest, into a raffle, where you could win $100 worth of HEEHEE. So between now and noon Eastern time, next 2 hours, if you buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE, you'll enter a raffle where you'd automatically be I'm trying to type and speak at the same time. You could automatically be entered into a raffle where you could win $100. Oh no. Oh man, Mr. Cuz, you got me banned on TikTok. Oh man, I'm banned for a week. That's my fault. I shouldn't have called you oh, man, Mr. Cuz, you know what? You didn't do anything. I called you. I called you autistic. That's what happened. And somebody reported that as hate speech. I'm going to submit an appeal. I can't believe they banned me for a week. I was supposed to go live with Alvarez tomorrow. This guy Alvarez, he's awesome. You guys got to follow him. Yeah, hate speech report is vindictive. I agree with you on that. Man, that sucks. All right, well, I was going to go live for like hours. I was going to go live for so long. I was going to go live for like 4 hours. I was going to go live multiple times a day this week. Oh, gosh. Alex, do you think I should stable my coins? I don't know, Mikobal. I mean, look, Bitcoin's at 53,000. BlackRock's buying the dip, that's for sure. So financial news this morning said there'll be 6 rate cuts by January of this upcoming year by 2025. If that's the case, then they would have to do emergency rate cuts. So, have you heard of Orion Protocols, another RWA? I have, yeah. It's one of the lowest concerns. If the COVID crash happens again, how far are we dropping? The sky's the limit, but the bottom, to the bottom. So you got to mute Mr. Cuz or just block him. It's ruining the quality of live. You give way too much attention, miss out on questions of other loyal viewers. I mean, if you went along with Mr. Cuz this whole time, give him his props. You'd be doing better than if you went along with the Moon Boys. So what are you going to do? Why did Japan raise rates? I have not looked into that yet. Alex, can you pin your price prediction list? So remember, okay, I changed it. I pivoted about a month ago to the point where I think we're going to see what am I thinking here? We're going to see like an $80,000 peak for 2024. 2025 is going to be brutal. And then after that, panic, blood in the streets, rates lowered, aggressively, and then we're good to go. And then I'll be super bullish. I sold last night for a loss. I was thinking of letting this play out and hopping back in after the market shows strength and catch the post-rate cut hype. Anyone else? I'm not waiting for after the rate cut. Alex, your TikTok went off. That's on you, Tony. You're not wrong, Tony. Down 35K, FK up big time. Let's see. Would you sell your CHS Furball 20? Yes. Are you buying anything at this drop? Maybe I should have. I mean, stock market open. It looks like BlackRock's scooping this up. But again, I mean, there's certain things that that would have me pause a little bit. You know, I mean, all right, the DXY is dumping really hard. Let me see the DXY. So that's a good, I mean, that's generally good, but that's all because of the yen. So then what are we going to say about that? Dow Jones recovering, things look like they're recovering, but this could all just be a retrace. I mean, let me try to draw some kind of a fib here. Swing low to swing high. Let me do it on the USDT chart. Because, I mean, here's the deal. We're not... All right, let's say that was the bottom, a little under $49,000. We could, with this, be structurally sound. Or we could, with this, I would be skeptical of any bounce back all the way up to $62,000. I would just be kind of skeptical. That's a 618 retrace. That's a bottom of the golden pocket from swing low to swing high. So what would make me be like, all right, you know what? This was just a dip. We're bullish now. Yeah, BlackRock scooping up some bullish in ETH. Or some Bitcoin in ETH. You could start a backup TikTok account. But oh man, I do have one I could go live on. But I don't know how many people would show up on that. Hopefully you can win the appeal. Yeah, TikTok Live is closed. It was, they should have blocked you forever. Oh my goodness, man. I'm going to block you forever. Goodbye. Angry people being angry. I'm so angry because I lost money. I'm going to take it out on somebody else. I'm so angry. Jesse buying more HEEHEE. Okay. I can see this is a good buy since there's a lot of fear. This reminded me of COVID when people said it was the end of crypto. COVID was so much, we dipped so much harder on COVID. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I just don't have answers today, you know? I don't have a backup TikTok account. I have a personal account that I use sometimes. Let me just try going live on that one. Just see what happens. All right. If anyone hops in there, that'll be fine. Can't believe they banned me for a week, man. Let's just see if this works. The username is Alexander Jamal Costa. Alexandre. Jamal Costa. Oh, wait a second. Is my username Alexander Jamal Costa? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Well, some people are hopping in here, so NASDAQ reached 1,000 first time ever. What do you mean by that? You mean, I mean, NASDAQ's at 20,000 or something. Trucker, you found me. NASDAQ's closer to 20,000 and 1,000. I don't know what you mean. You mean dumped 1,000? IXIC. It's down 600 something. Green day today. So, all right, we'll see how this goes. TikTok, my backup account. At this point, just hold if I'm being honest. I'm not selling, that's for sure. Yeah, 63,000 or 53,600 WTF. That's not surprising to me at all. You know, I'm sure Grayscale was, yeah, I posted this backup a while ago. Yeah. Hello again. I'm sure Grayscale bought plenty of Bitcoin. But that it doesn't the level optimistic. What's up? The I wouldn't say the fear. The okay, cool, Pascali. Santorini, hello. Yep. I wouldn't say this bounce is really communicating anything. I just don't know. So would you care to tell us your thoughts on the market? Is a rally still happening in Q4 2024? Again, after the rate cuts, we will see some kind of a rally. Now, what's the rally going to be? I believe barely a new all-time high for Bitcoin, $80,000 or so. I believe a stock market rally to a new all-time high, and then I'm out. You know, even if things don't get to new all-time highs, I'm out. So, do you think this is what big money wants? Everyone's scared as hell? Yes. Yeah. Andrew, Alex has said my account on TikTok was blocked for no apparent reason. Are you sure about that? I got banned on TikTok. My live stream got banned. So, Randy just grabbed my 2.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE. Uh-oh, lagging. I don't know what to do on TikTok. Lagging on TikTok, not on YouTube. All right, we're still doing the contest. We're still doing the contest. So you know, you might have a much better chance of winning. So let's still do the contest. 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE gets you an automatic entry into a contest where you could win $100 worth. So yeah, Ollie, BlackRock scooping up Bitcoin and ETH. Yep. Yo, Alex, I just think this is the biggest bear trap ever. And it's needful because people come into crypto with more and more knowledge. This is just a combination of bad news and manipulation. So they try to shake out as many people as possible. I hope you're right, Norik. That sounds great. Please, yeah, let that be the case. But this is COVID level fear right now. That's the thing. So hopefully we're not lagging. Okay, good. Not lagging now. Good. Alex, aren't you live on TikTok? I got banned on my regular TikTok account. So also nice to hear you again. Thank you. We need 3x just to get back to our investment dollar amount. Sheesh, what a time. Yeah. People are way too sensitive. Yes. Open up a new Coinbase account for my wife. She has better entries now than I do. Well, that's good. You know you can't make jokes with the woke brigade. Yeah, I should have known better. The woke brigade, always out to get me. Oh, next time you say acoustic instead of autistic, it bypasses the TikTok hate speech. I love days that like this. I'm better at buying than selling. Okay. What should I buy? Kufr, not today. Any day but today. Any day but today. What's up, Jeremy? Orion Protocol is a good buy. RWA. Okay. We will share it. All right, Epic Crazy Life. Follow my personal TikTok account. Yeah, let's do this. Got up to 41 people in my live stream on my personal account until people told me it was lagging. So 2 to 4 months after the rate cut, if you were down, are you still selling 90%? Yes, I am. Yep. Are you buying right now or just waiting a bit? I'm definitely waiting a bit. I mean, maybe under $50,000 was the greatest opportunity of our lifetimes, but the VIX has me concerned. Japan has me concerned. I just don't know what to make of all this. So would the 80K get alts back in the green? Some of them will have peaked in March. So what I'm saying is the total crypto market cap, the altcoin market cap, I believe would put in a new all-time high. Still holding Wolf, Michi, Whiff, Redo, all bouncing well. Thinking of grabbing Billy or Mimu next, or Mumu next, or thoughts? I haven't paid as much attention to meme coins lately, aside from HEEHEE. I mean, those are good ones. Hopefully we'll go back below 50K and buy more. Sucker for punishment. DOT and LCX, I've never been a big fan of DOT. $4, man. I bought DOT in 2020 at $6. And now it's $4. What about selling HEEHEE bag last night? Someone that sold ... Saad, the biggest individual wallet holder, sold his entire bag. It's unfortunate. I know who it is. Somebody I messaged back and forth with quite a while. And then it went dark right out, a little bit after HEEHEE launched, and he was able to get in early and didn't sell the entire time and then sold all of it at once. And I'm better that he sells all of it at once. That was a dumb decision. Better sell it for us that he sells all of it at once instead of just selling in chunks. So this does not fit in my long-term game plan. TikTok be the biggest haters. Soy Boys Club, not right now, man. All right, thank you, Duke. Shared my TikTok live backup in Telegram. I posted about it on X. Give me 3. Give you 3 what? So I'll be live on YouTube every day this week unless TikTok reverses that ban. Give us your thoughts on the market about current liquidations events happening. I'm looking at the stock market and a ton of people are trying to buy stocks right now. I mean, I've already shared my thoughts. I shared my thoughts at the beginning of this live stream. You can see that I made 2 videos already today. Are a ton of people trying to buy stocks? You buy into that kind of fear. Usually that's the right decision. So maybe that's the play. Maybe that's it. It's just hard for me to say with a snap judgment like that's the right decision. Maybe it is. I don't know. So is it okay? Is it okay for me to say I don't know? Good morning, bald-headed Jimmy Head. Yeah. Because of your talent on loan from God, I was ready to sell everything in March. Instead, I took profits, and now I'm going to hodl. Thank you for continued educate. Jesse, that's a kind of a, you were ready to sell everything in March. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You were ready, you were prepared to sell everything in March, and you did sell everything. No, well, or whatever you sold. Awesome. That's great. Good entry into Pendle. Like I said, man, today's not a day for charting. Today's a day, just let's see how this shakes itself out. I can't really give you a good entry on Pendle. I can't really give you a good entry on anything right now. This level of fear is unparalleled. Do you think the Fed coming up because of short-term bull run, or will it not matter? Do you think the Fed cut? Oh, Fed cut. I think it will cause a bounce. The significance of the bounce, I'm not sure yet. But, hey, Bitcoin's recovering. We'll see. Picked up another couple 100,000 yesterday of HEEHEE. Okay, guys, the what is it? Auction. It's still on. We're still on with the raffle. You buy 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE, and you can automatically get entered into a raffle to where you could win $100 worth. So, do you think we will continue going down? I have no thoughts. I have nothing I can give you right now. Axe and Dow looking like an absolute steal. Oh shoot, their chart got removed from TradingView. I was gonna look into it. Thoughts on Gin and the Cat? Jesse, I have never heard of Gin and the Cat. This market's scary today. Yeah, we all know there's pullbacks. Just a good time to DCA investments. Do this right. You know, I'm okay with DCAing right now. I'm more okay with it. I wasn't DCAing in March, but I'm okay with it right now. So, Jason, you might be the biggest holder of HEEHEE. You think more so than Amir? All right. Once we get to the bottom and validate, what would you buy? Large cap like Bitcoin, Solana, ETH, or low cap utility and memes? I'd probably stick with the large caps. It would probably be one of those things where the large caps do better first, you know? Large caps, gain some confidence through the large caps, and then we'll see about after that. Man, all right. I'm down almost 50% on almost everything. Do you think after the rate cuts we'll see big gains from now? I have a feeling it won't go that high up. Will you still recommend selling 90%? All right. So, again, on my TikTok channel, watch my most recent TikTok. There's two scenarios. That we are experiencing something like 2007. We're in the middle of it. So 2007, Dow Jones, let me go to the weekly chart. 2007, here we are. From X, all right. All right, this is weekly candles here. 2007, this was a scary time. Dow Jones peaked over a span of 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It dumped more than 10%. The Fed called an emergency Fed meeting and then lowered rates for the first time in years. And then the Dow Jones rallied to just barely a new all-time high. So if I were to guess what's going to happen right now, same thing's going to happen. The Fed's going to call an emergency Fed meeting. They're going to cut rates pretty hard, not just 25 basis points. And then the Dow Jones will rally to barely a new all-time high. And then it's going to be pretty rough after that. Very rough, more than a 50% drop. So what's going on here? So that's scenario number one. I don't know what I just did. Oh, all right. I know a replay. Yeah, I don't want to do a replay. Okay, so that's scenario number one. Scenario number two is that whatever's going on right now is just it's COVID crash levels of intensity. Okay, so if that's the case, then it's going to be a lot of pain, short term, and maybe even weeks. Not even the end of the year, but short term, a lot of pain, and then every central bank around the world is going to panic and lower rates to zero and turn on the money printer like crazy. And so short term, that's going to be really painful. But then after that, I'm going to be insanely bullish. All right, Milas, I've seen your theory plenty of times. So after DXY hits $96, it will reverse and print green God candles up to 145.54 between now and late 26. We'll see. Colt still holding strong through this crash. We're checking out. All right, not right now. TikTok probably throttling your backup. No, my backup has like 3,000 followers. Yeah, wasn't Amir the biggest holder? That's what I thought it was. The majority of crypto went up the last hour. Last hour is a thing. Mr. Cuz, I know you didn't report me on TikTok. Somebody reported me. Probably somebody with like an autistic sibling or something like that. Sorry, I meant to say give me 3 altcoins you were considering. I mean, okay, AOs and XRP. How about that? I'm sorry. I just I'm having a hard time really giving stuff right now because this could easily we got below below $50,000 earlier today. This move up to $53,000 does not at all communicate to me that it's over, that was the bottom. It might be, it might not be. There are other things happening economically that would make me think that there's no reason to think that was the bottom. But I'm bullish after rate cuts. Wow, TMJ has over 10 million HEEHEE. That's wild, man. Rates to zero in 2025 and money printer on. If we can get down to zero quickly, sure. I mean, my timeline has always been that peak fear would be close to the end of 2025, but maybe peak fear happens sooner, and then all the central banks panic. I know it's hard to say, but what does the Bitcoin chart look like to you? It's hard to say, yeah. I mean, what at least give me 24 hours. I want to see this. Because if we were to see strong buying from these ETFs, it's just one of those things where it's like every time we see a dump in crypto, these ETFs just buy an insane amount of Bitcoin. This is new, especially BlackRock. But then last week's selling action with these ETFs was very concerning to me. I mean, look at how much Bitcoin Fidelity sold. Look at how much Bitcoin, I don't know which one this one is. BitB, I don't know which one that is. Look at how much Bitcoin they sold. Look at how much Bitcoin ARK sold. Yeah, BlackRock is still buying, but these other ones are selling a lot of Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if today they were back to scooping it up. But the chart, what does the chart look like? I mean, it doesn't look pretty. All right. RMS in with another 2.2. Do the ETFs buy on the open market? I don't know. Yeah. Look at Ondo recovery. Has Ondo recovered well? 62 cents. I would not say it's recovered all that well. Maybe this will have been a massive wick and it'll at least get back into this range. I got wrecked on Pendle. I was DCAing into a 2x long for weeks. I should have just bought spot. Yeah, I don't know if it was you, Ollie. Somebody said like, wouldn't it make sense to just DCA or to do 2x longs instead of just buying spot? And I expressed some concern about that. And this is a scenario where there's some concern. You know, I don't like holding leverage as spot. You know, um, treating it as spot because of days like today. So, what do you think of Solana? Solana is one of the better looking charts. I mean, massive wick, but right now it's at this level of support that I've been, the 2023 high. It's right there. So Solana might be all right. Long term, I don't know. And guys, just a reminder, you know, 171 of you on YouTube, we still have the raffle for you buy zero point 0.2 Solana worth of HEEHEE, you'll automatically be entered into a raffle to win $100 worth. And because I got banned on TikTok earlier today, there are fewer entries. There are going to be fewer entries, so you have a better chance. Hello, Scosies. What a crap time to sell. I'm with you on that. Spot trading, any entry right now seems all right. Best bet is just DCA and spot. I'm more okay with DCAing right now for sure than I was at any point in over the last 3 months. Yeah, HEEHEE giveaway still. Yes, definitely. I wouldn't back out on that because I got banned on TikTok. So, man, I was going to go live. I was going to go live for like 6 hours today. It's my fault. Why are you so bearish lately? Do you think it's over? I hope you're joking, SSN. And your haha makes me think that you are joking. Huge lesson learned. Take profit. Been up 2x to 20x on some coins, but after the past few months of no profit taking, I'm feeling the pain. Still not selling anything, but we'll grab up these dips. Yeah. All right, number 2 to Amir. I don't think he sold any HEEHEE either. Okay. Lots of crypto bouncing. Darn, wish I would have just held all my crypto. You never know, man. I know it's always revisionist. The stock market could have totally dumped. Crypto could have totally dumped. There was one of these thoughts in my mind of like, I would assume that BlackRock's going to be scooping these dips up. Scooping it up like crazy, you know? And I'm sure they are, but that doesn't mean anything. That this could just be like, this could be a dead cat bounce, or it could be the best buying opportunity of 2024. So D says we're back in the bear market. Almost. Not yet. In this hard times, what is your advice? Better look for meme coins or still on altcoins? I'm not buying much memes. I'm not really paying attention much to memes right now. There was a time. We had a good time with memes. I'm obviously still buying HEEHEE every day. I will continue to do that. I will continue to load up, buy as much of it as possible. I don't care how low it goes. I am going to buy that until, maybe even until the day I die, man. ETH and Bitcoin recovering for now. I mean, again, this doesn't mean anything. It's fine. D thinks the bull run is over. Well, if you think the bull run is over, I mean, I don't know anything about you, D. If you think the bull run is over, maybe it's over. What are you basing that off of? He for the long run. For the long run, yeah. Okay. War concerns are real and money printing. The bull run does not end in 2024. Lots of different opinions. You know, D thinks the bull run is over. Crypto Gumby, you're sounding more optimistic. Thoughts on Pepe and Bonk? Good time to buy. I don't know. Pepe. What are we doing, Pepe? I need to get rid of these fib charts. These fib charts are done. again, here's the thing that I'll say. I would just encourage giving it a few days, you know? This is me processing things in real time. Let's give it a few days. Because the Fed will lower rates. The market will have some kind of a pop after they lower rates. But I'm more comfortable giving it a few days before buying Pepe and Bonk and riding it for what I think would be the last big move up for 2024. And then 2025, in my opinion, is going to be really, really difficult. So, bro, the crypto can move easily till minus 60% and recuperate. It's not stock. I don't know what you're referring to when you say that. Probability of emergency Fed meeting. I don't know. I personally think it's going to happen. I would say more than 50-50. Do you think Pendle is a good buy? I love Pendle. Nothing's changed with that. Yeah. You've been in crypto long enough, man. Isn't this just another day in the park? These kind of days happen all the time in crypto. No, this is something unique. And again, let's look at the VIX. This reminds me of summer 2017 when crypto dumped and I sold. Oof. Well, summer 2017, the VIX was not like what it is right now. This is a more intense time than any time since COVID. And it's actually very similar to COVID. So, is there a scenario where this is the summer of 2017 over again? Maybe. I mean, if you guys remember summer of 2017, Bitcoin was somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000. And, July, I want to say July 15th of 2017, Bitcoin bottomed out at a 1.618 retrace from its 2013 peak. And a lot of people thought it was over. And it was nowhere near over. That was a scary time. But I think this is a little bit different than that. Landwolf on Solana or ETH Solana. I was talking to friends and we agree with their scenarios, but I would add a fourth one depending on the war in the Middle East. I believe if we get a war, the rate cuts won't help that much. So yeah, it would be like the Corona crisis. That is one of my scenarios. That is factoring in the war, right? It's like everything just dumps really hard and there's a lot of panic. And then the Fed, global central banks, they drop rates to zero, and then money printers turned on. There was a fantastic post that I saw on X. I'm going to share it in a video. How do I find my bookmarks? No, I know a friend of mine shared it, so. All right, let's see. Really important here. Okay, here we go. So this is a World War III this is a war COVID crash scenario. Okay, this guy Jeff Seckinger, I don't know who he is. Crypto investor since 2013, general partner at Orca Capital. So here's what he says. I'm going to read the whole thing. Unfortunately, I do believe a substantial sell-off in all markets is coming. I believe the triggering event already happened with Japan increasing their interest rates, causing trillions worth of Japanese debt that has been free for over a decade. Over a decade. Wow. I missed that part. This is over a decade. All right. Interest rates causing trillions worth of Japanese debt that has been free. So their rates were at zero for over a decade to get substantially more expensive, forcing the debt holders to sell their assets and repay their debt. So here's the scenario. People have been borrowing all of this funny money from Japan at 0% interest rates for over a decade. And then the Japanese central bank, they raised rates. It was a surprise. It was a shock to the system. And all those people with all that funny money, having all this debt, all of a sudden had to pay that back at a higher price, or they panicked. Like, I gotta get whole here. So they sold their assets to repay their debt. But then other uncertainty, like a perfect storm, major elections coming, U.S. presidential candidate suddenly stepping down from the rate, a yield curve inversion. Do you guys know about the yield curve? All right, rate cuts happening soon, bearish event, parentheses. Bullish at first, bearish after that. Iran, I haven't heard about this, but Iran seriously speaking about nuclear war. Several wars involving large countries already in motion, consumer debt at all-time highs, unemployment continuing its uptrend from the lows. Very intelligent investors like Buffett selling huge positions and holding record cash. Have you gotten your subpoena yet? What are you talking about? But then his second tweet. So that's scary, right? Second tweet. M2 is on the rise in almost every larger country. When there is max pain, more money will be injected into the economy and markets. If this happens again, we will see markets rip upwards to new highs after there is max pain. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something similar to the COVID crash. So after the COVID crash comes, M2 is already on the rise. After the COVID crash comes lots of injecting of capital. So why so positive on HEEHEE? Wisdom of Uma. I don't know if you know this. I created that cryptocurrency. I will continue to support it until it kills me. Good time to buy more HEEHEE. HEEHEE is not immune to markets tanking. There is a gain to be made under the scenario the Fed lowers rates. We see a good pump. There is a massive gain to be made under a Corona crash scenario. But what would that imply? Crash first, Hey, Bitcoin's above 54 now. Let's see how this goes. Probability of emergency Fed meeting. Yeah, I think I already answered that. I think it's high. Warren's professor signal calls for 1.5% rate cut in an emergency meeting. Another 0.75% cut in September. Thoughts? That's something. I did see somebody tagged me in a video like that. I have a hard time thinking the Fed's going to get that aggressive. That would be wild. That would be maybe Bitcoin would go higher than my target of $80,000 if that happened. But I would still say 2025 would be rough. All right, ABC Juan holding up, panicking, buying some Bitcoin and ETH. Thank you, Alex, for all your support. Thank you, ABC. Do you think now to buy is a good choice. I've gotten lots of questions about that. You know, I mean, Bitcoin is up in the last hour by almost $5,000. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you were thinking like, oh, hey, all right, we're recovering. Cool. Let's do this. The thing that I keep going back to is the VIX. This is a wild moment. I think this is an important moment. It's there just such an incredible amount of uncertainty right now. A lot of fear. Yeah, Nisa, I'll count that. No worries. Yeah, Miles is not convinced. This is unique. What I'm saying, this is unique. This isn't a normal dip. All right, so we could have bottomed earlier today, but Japan raising interest rates and all that sell-off that happened to pay that off, what is that? Is that something, is that a trigger that sends things lower, causes some real pain? You know, we got Iran and Israel. I'm not yet willing to say that you should be buying right now. It's just a gamble. This is more of a gamble than anything else. If you bought this morning when the stock market opened, you might have made the play of the year. Or you might have just bought the bottom of a dead cat bounce. You're not buying for now. If you are, good luck. This is a long-term investment. I'm fine buying with a longer perspective in mind. Yeah, that VIX is wild. Do you think whales can keep pumping and dumping over and over? They are making millions with the 10K Bitcoin pumps over and over. They don't need 100K Bitcoin. Thoughts? I mean, Bitcoin to 100K is inevitable. I mean, you're looking at, let me just Costco, you know? Look at Costco all time. It's just parabolic. Why? Why would Costco be like this? Why would any other stock, most other stocks that I could pull up be like this? It's because, not because Costco, I mean, it is partly because Costco's doing good business, but it's also because this is a communication of what the weakness of the dollar truly looks like. And Bitcoin's chart all time is going to continue to look like this. It's just, it is a communication to us of what the dollar really is. Okay, so we're going to over $100,000 Bitcoin. We're going over $1 million Bitcoin. Long enough timeline. Long enough timeline. Andy, can I have my bullet? Yeah. You must not got much sleep last night. You were in TG late last night, this morning. Yeah, I didn't get much sleep. There's other stresses going on in life that contributed to that. So it's not just like this. I mean, this is a contributor. You know, I mean, that HEEHEE whale sold his entire bag, didn't sell at all in the entire history of HEEHEE, and then dumped his entire bag yesterday. That caused a lot of stress. Do you still hold 10 to 20 memes, or did you end up consolidating into a handful? I'm wondering if I should just consolidate now. I think it's going to be a rough road for memes the next few weeks. We'll see about after. All right, you know what, Ollie, maybe if you found some good memes with good communities, strong communities, just hold on. Because again, emergency Fed rate cut, when would that happen? You know, it happened between now and September 18th. That could cause your memes to do well. So, all right, check AO's chart. It's strong. I think $5 is very possible. AOs. I mean, it did put in a lower low, but that might just be a wick. I mean, aside from that just being a wick, AOs, I'm not too down on AOs, yeah. We'll see. NVIDIA earnings report coming up. I didn't sell any of my AOs. What's a yield curve inversion? It is, most people base this off of the 2-year and 10-year yields. And so you got to think about bonds or treasuries, excuse me. What should naturally happen is, the market decides demand for treasuries. So naturally, a 2-year treasury should be at a lower rate of return if you bought one than a 10-year treasury. Okay? But sometimes there's so much fear in the market short term that the 2-year has a higher rate of return than the 10-year. And so when that happens, that communicates to the broader public that short term, there's going to be a lot of volatility, a lot of fear, perhaps a market collapse or perhaps a recession. And every time there's a yield curve inversion where the 2-year provides a higher rate of return than the 10-year, then we enter a recession every time. So still doing your debate tomorrow. So Alvarez, I didn't know it was a debate. I thought we were just going to chat, but I'm assuming not. If my live stream is banned, we'll have to kick it down to next week. These ETFs throw such a wrench in trying to figure this out. Yeah, Pascali. That's why I had the 2 categories, and it looks like it really does look like the invalidated column would have been how it played itself out if it wasn't for the ETFs. And maybe not some of these other ones like ICP to $75, maybe not. Injective to 110. Binance got to over $700. Ethereum reached 3870. Bitcoin got to 53,000. Solana got to $213. It is what it is. All right, I've got another 5 minutes or so. Alex, I think we lost a huge buying opportunity an hour ago. Yeah, I did respond to that, something like that already. So I'm not entirely convinced. Or is it still early to buy? I mean, it makes sense to have bought when the stock market opened, just thinking like, yeah, you know what? It makes sense for Grayscale to scoop up a lot of Bitcoin. But that doesn't mean it's over. Do you all invest for future generations of family? I do, yeah. Pelosi got the pickle today? What's the pickle? Comments on the $52 million whale sell. Thinking holders distribution is looking pretty good right now. I was surprised he did it. Didn't sell a dime the entire time. I am so happy in one regard. I'm happy that he sold all at once. That was really dumb. That was really dumb of him to do. So thank you for doing that. Yeah, holder distribution looks pretty good. I'm seeing 47K on the table. We shall see. Okay. I think that too should have bought before market opened. Yeah. Do you think we should invest in new crypto projects or DC into ones you have already? I wouldn't invest in new ones, like new as in created in 2024. You're just talking about new, like as in things you don't already own. If it has good fundamentals. Thought on Quant and Render. I'm not touching either of those right now. Something's up with Render. I don't know what that. what's going on with render. It just keeps on falling. Quant, I've given up on quant. No, I mean, not entirely, because quant does what quant does, but I'm just, you know, it hasn't even gotten down to its bear market bottom yet. It seems like it will. Got the pickle, meaning I don't know. We already had a recession in 2022. VeChain would be fine. All right, next halving. Have fun with that. We already had a recession in 2022. It won't happen again. By their definition of recession, I agree with you, but by their definition of recession, we did not have a recession in 2022. And I do think it's going to happen again. Fortune magazine says 50, 50, then 25. Okay. What does that invalidated tab mean? None of you remember this, I'm sure. I mean, some of you do. At the beginning of 2024, I gave two scenarios as to what I thought was going to happen. I thought there was a legitimate chance that Bitcoin was going to peak at $53,000 and that was going to be it. And the reason why is I was looking at the macro environment and thinking like, there's no way. Rates are way too high. Everything's inverted on itself. Crypto exists in a zero interest rate environment it has for almost its entire existence. And now rates are at, 550 basis points. And all these people are talking about Bitcoin going to $200,000. And I'm like, could it happen? I mean, all right, maybe there's something magical about Bitcoin. And so I'll give it a $155,000 price target. If that's what happens, if it's truly programmed in $155,000 Bitcoin. If not, if I'm right, if my economic fears are playing themselves out, then I think Bitcoin's going to peak at $53,000. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the year. And then the spot Bitcoin ETFs launched and threw a huge wrench into all of that, and we got up to $74,000, which made me invalidate this column. But now, what I'm thinking, I think the green column is still very much in play. But after rates bottom out and the money printers turned on, and global M2 money supply, it is on the uptick again, which makes me, when rates are bottomed out, and when this M2 money supply, the great debasement. All right, you're going to be hearing me talk about that, because I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think they're going to let it go to Great Depression 2.0. So the great debasement, we see another radical move up like what we saw in 2020 happen again. $155,000 Bitcoin. And that might even be too conservative. $11,649 Ethereum. That might be too conservative. All those targets might be too conservative in that scenario. So it sucks, man. I feel like I'm 85% accurate. And that last 15% means the world. This ain't your grandmother's dip. All right, guys, I know there's a lot of other questions here. I've got to be done. I'm going to respond to Ollie since he's a member. You think Costco is a good play as well as Walmart in recession downturn environment? Yeah, I think it's going to hold up a lot better than other ones. Walmart held up very well in 2008. So, thank you, Cliff. All right, I'm done. I've been live for an hour and a half. I'm done. But if I am still banned on TikTok for the remainder of the week, I'll be live on YouTube tomorrow. So, just keep that in mind. See you all next time.